He's falling asleep while drinking water. That's a tired horse. It's nice back here. It's such a gorgeous day. It is so beautiful out today that technically I should be inside cleaning and doing dishes, and I sort of forget it. I'm going outside and doing stuff. I can do all that when it rains. But the video today, I had a couple people send me messages saying they want a homestead. So what's stopping you? Well, you might say, I live in an apartment, or I live in suburbia, or, I don't have any place to do anything. Homesteading is not just a place. It is a frame of mind. And there is nothing stopping anyone from learning to cook from scratch. You can learn as much as you can now before you get your homestead. You can start practicing things now before you get the land later. You can... His head just fell into the watering trough, and he was like, whoa. You can learn skills that you want to learn for homesteading. Spinning, you can get a drop spindle, and roving from almost any knitting store or online. You can look for community gardens where you can get a space to garden. You can, I'm looking at the clouds. They're just kind of cool looking. It never comes through well enough on camera, so it would be a waste of time for me to turn the camera around. But if you really want to watch the clouds move when I put the chicken coop video up, instead of watching the video on the chicken coop itself, watch the clouds, because I speed up the video on certain points, and the clouds were just amazing to watch. That's one of the good things about not having trees, is you can see the stars at night, and just the clouds are amazing. Of course, then you don't have any shade, so we're going to be judicially planting trees later. I think I said in another video, I have a willow tree that we're going to put in the back pasture, so eventually it will give shade to animals. What was I going to say? Oh, if you have space for even a tiny little hydroponic or a little shelf with a grow light, you can grow your own microgreens or vegetables. I am losing my voice. That is not good. You can there's so many ideas that you can do. You can learn to sew, you can learn to knit, you can learn to crochet, you can learn leather tooling. You can investigate herbalism, take herbal classes. You can do like him belongs to the local blacksmith association, and he'll go and learn there on how to do things, even though he doesn't have a forge yet. So he has been able to work with blacksmithing just going to the group gatherings. If you can find someone who will lease you a small parcel of land, you can keep chickens in a garden. If you live in an apartment with a balcony, I would try looking at rainwater catchment, which is going to be a little tricky, obviously, but and water treatment. I would look at seeing what you can grow in that balcony. It's so many things. You're only limited, obviously, by your location, but by your mindset. If you want to learn about homesteading, start where you're at right now. That way it's under your belt and you have it. So when you actually get your property, you can put what you've learned into practice right away. If you have a Master Gardener's program, go take it. Even if you don't have a garden, you'll be able to learn there. And with the volunteer hours that you do, you can learn how to do all that. Take a first aid course. Homesteading comes with injuries. Oh boy, does it come with injuries. Learn how to treat wounds. If you have a relative who maybe has land that they don't technically use, or that they're willing to let you use, talk to them about it. See if there's something you can do with that. You can learn how to make soap. You don't have to have a huge kitchen or a place set aside to make your own soap. Research online and find out, get it in your head, what exactly do you want to do with your homestead? Do you want to grow sheep, raise sheep, and do your own spinning? Do you want to have dairy goats? What kind of dairy goats do you want? Do you want with a high butterfat content, or it doesn't matter? Do you want a dual purpose goat? Make your plans. Get a book or a binder and figure out what you want, how you want to raise them. Like ours are all raised holistically. We don't use chemicals. And if you do that, that's a whole new ball game that you have to go into. Do you want horses? Do you not want horses? Figure out how much land do you actually need versus how much you want. And that's one thing we actually failed to do, is how much we need for our plans. We have enough for just our wants, immediate wants. But for what we want to do, we don't have enough land. But that's okay. We'll make do with what we've got, because I'm grateful that we have it.